Craig Cohen 87 here for episode 98 of the Iron Den. Today is going to be a leg day. I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to hit it. Last week was my first week doing the new leg workout, so I didn't know what to expect. This week I know exactly what to expect. I know exactly what numbers I'm doing. I know exactly how I'm setting up the bands because the bands were a bit tricky to set up. I've never done hack squats consistently before. And I didn't even know how the bands go on the machine. I mean, like, most people that have been in the gym way less than I have can easily do it. But for me, I couldn't do it. I had to watch YouTube videos trying to figure that one out. But I settled with two bands, one on each side. And I went with 4 plates, and I believe I got 12. I believe the program calls for between 12 and 15 reps. And I got 12, so I'm going to go with the same weight and try to hit 13. I'll be more specific when the number is just before the set. I want to just check over my notes from last week. And then I'll beat that on the second set as well. I'm only doing 2 working sets, but I'm probably going to do like a bunch of warm-up sets, So like four plates will be the working set. I'm probably going to go 1 plate. I might go just the bands. 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plate warm-up. And then, but maybe I go 2 plates, 2 1/4, 3 plates, and then hit the warm-up. I haven't decided exactly, but I want to make sure my knees, especially, but also my hips are nice and warmed up. I don't want to feel any pain in the movement, because once I feel pain, that's a pretty good sign I should stop. Because working into the pain is just going to lead to issues down the road, which will impede progress, And again, there's no shortcuts to success. You have to put in the work. And that means getting off the machine, changing the plates around, getting back on the machine, doing it, writing it down, and doing that maybe 4 or 5 or 6 times before I even do my first working set that I'm actually going to record for the episode. And, it's not just that. It goes for really all the exercises that I do. But machines are much easier. It's just a pin. You put it in, and then you do it. But, plate-loaded compound movements are, tricky is the wrong word. But they are more difficult. They tax the body much harder. So I don't want to be wasting my energy. I want to make sure all my energy is saved for the very first working set. At the same time, be warm enough that I won't get injured. So I have to do enough work. So basically what I can miss by doing not enough, and I can miss by doing too much. So you really got to get that sweet spot, which, the more you do something, you do it every week for 10 weeks, it becomes easy. This will only be week 2. And usually early on, that's when the mistakes are made, So I gotta just keep that in mind, My goal isn't to get out of the gym as quickly as possible. And my goal is not to stay in the gym as long as possible either, but it's to be in the gym the correct amount of time. Again, this is very common sense stuff I'm saying, but people mistake this. I know I make these mistakes all the time, and there's no need for it. So I like talking about it, saying it out loud. I'm basically thinking out loud right now. I'm reminding myself to do this. So this is like a great form of therapy. I love it. I feel good. I feel stronger than I did last week. I know I'm gonna hit 13 for sure. It's also nice having a target. When you're setting a PR or you're setting a benchmark, you have no idea what the number is gonna be. But now I know it's 12. I gotta hit 13. So I kind of like that. Go nice and deep and nice and slow. I really want to control that negative. I think that's what sets my training apart from others. I'm very negative focused. And that's negative range of motion, not negative thinking, of course. I'm very positive thinking. I like to think I'm very realistically. I'm not overly positive, but I'm not overly negative either. I think I'm hard on myself when I need to be, and I'm positive when I need to be. The goal is you want to interpret reality as realistically as possible. Being too hard or too easy on yourself are not helpful. So, All right. That was well said. Okay, so let's go hit the gym. See you in the gym. All right, let's go hit some leg extensions. So last week, I got 265 pounds for 15 reps. This is the only exercise I do where the program calls for 20 reps. So I want to try to break 20 before I move up. I feel really good. my warm-up was way easier this week. Yeah. Let's see what I got in the tank. I feel pretty good. But again, I'm not going to speed up to hit the number. If I fall short with good technique, that's okay. But if I exceed 15 with bad technique, then I'm not really getting the benefits of exceeding the number. So it's kind of meaningless. All right, enough yapping. Let's do this shit. Ooh, that's nice and heavy. 1, 2, control the negative. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh. I have a feeling that last week I sped up a bit. That's why I got 15. So that 14 is a real number. All right, 1 minute. Second set. Going over my notes from last week, I realized that I'm going to have to benchmark this week. I had the 10 to 15 number stuck in my head, and it clearly says 20. There's no range. So I got 205 for 10, but that's not enough. So I'm down to 175, which is now we're in warm-up territory. Let's see if I got 20 in the tank. 20 is a tall order. All right, on any exercise. Let's do this shit. 1, that's nice and light. Control the negative. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 is it. Yeah, I definitely wasn't concentrating on the negatives before. So probably next week I'm going to have to start again from scratch and go a plate lighter. But that's okay. 1 minute starts now. Final set. And, my third set was actually 175, the weight I just did. And I only got 10 reps, so I'm way off. But just because I've been making these mistakes up until now isn't a good reason to continue making them. So let's fix this all up today. I'm going to go back to 130. That's not only warm-up weight, that's the very first set I did this morning. That I did just now when I started. I got that for 20. But now that I got a couple working sets under my belt, let's see if I can hit it again. But again, very slow on the negative. And if I can't hit 20, I just got to lower the weight, that's all, and then work my way up properly rather than cutting corners. All right, let's do this shit. Very light, 1. But the negative is like where it's at. 2. The amount of weight I lift isn't important. 3. How big my legs are, that's what's important. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Getting hard. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Ooh, that's it. All right. So I think I have a good idea of where to start. And that's probably 2 plates less on every single set I did for next week. And then if I overshoot the mark, I know how to raise the weight back up. So I'm in a much better situation this week lifting less weights than I was last week lifting more weights. All right, on to the next movement. All right, let's go hit a hamstring movement. Last week I got 45 pounds plus the yellow band for 10 reps. Now the rep range is 10 to 20. Now although 10 is within the rep range, it's on the very, very low end of it. And I want to make sure I'm emphasizing the negative. So I'm actually going to light the weight. I'm going to go down to 35. There's a 10-pound plate behind the 25. You know, the goal would be 15 with excellent technique. All right, let's do this shit. One, see, that's hard. 45 was too much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, slow. 10. Ooh, yeah, when I went slow on the negatives, I still only got 10. So I think lighter next week. All right, let's regroup and go again. 1 minute starts now. All right, it's time for second set. Last week I dropped it to 25 and did 10, and I'm pretty sure that's with fast negatives. So now I'm going to go down to 15 pounds. Try to go more than 10, but again, I'm not going to compromise my tempo. Tempo is the rate at which I perform each part of the movement. All right. Let's do this shit. 1. Ooh, that's hard. Looks like I'm going to struggle to get to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, very painful. All right, I'm thinking just the yellow band for the third set. Go. All right, third and final. Back to warm-up weight. Last week I did warm-up weight plus 15. So last week my second set was my last set, but I'm going way too heavy. And the legs need the most focus for me right now, so I cannot be taking shortcuts or ego lifting. Even a little ego lifting is ego lifting. So just the band. I got 10 on my third set. I want to try to get at least 15. All right, let's do this shit. 1, 2, 3. Hamstrings are killing me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, don't get up. 10, 11. Ooh, that's it for me. Hamstrings are on fire. Well, I got humbled really fast on legs so far this morning. All right, let's go hit some adduction. All right. All right, I'm trying out a new camera angle. Hopefully this works. Last week, first set, I got 120 for 12. Again, the rep range is 10 to 20, so I want to try to hit the middle of the rep range without cheating on the negative. Now, this one, I know I'm very, very good on the negative, so the 12 is probably about right. So let's go for 13. Let's do this shit. Open, 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 open. 1. Control that negative. It's supposed to be hard. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13, baby. All right, so last week I got 105 for 10 reps. And again, that is within the rep range, but that's very, very low. I want to try to be middle of the rep range. And then once I can get into that upper middle part, then I'll go higher. I don't have to go all the way to 20, even though the range is 10 to 20. But 10 is too low. So let's go to 90 and see if I can set a new benchmark. Let's do this shit. Control the negative. That boy. 1. 3. My ego's not liking this, by the way. But fuck my ego. 4. 5. 6. 7. Already getting hard. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Oh, yeah. Very happy with that. All right, third and final set. Now, believe it or not, third set last week was the weight I used last set, which was 90. I'm going to go way lower. I'm going to go to 60. So this is below warm-up weight. On the last set, I don't mind if hitting 20. So let's see what I get. It does feel very light, but I am a little burned, which is good. I don't want to stay fresh. 1. Control the negative. Make it hard. I got to make it lightweight feel heavy. 2. Break down muscle fibers. 3. Increase range of motion. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Did I skip one?
Let's do 17 again. 17. 18. Yeah, I'm actually resting at this point. 19. So I'm definitely going to go heavier than 16, 60 for my last set next week. 20. 21. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. All right, 30. I'm happy with 30. I could do probably another 20. I'm never going to fatigue at that weight. But now I know. Probably 75 is as light as I'll go. All right, let's go hit. What am I doing next? I'm doing the hack squat. All right. Now, before I start, I got a couple of things I want to say. First, the last exercise I did was the hip adduction. I want you to tell me if you like the camera angle I used. I went from behind me and aimed it at the stack versus the camera aimed in my face. So you let me know in the comments which one you prefer, and I'll probably go with that one. I like the one I did today, but I'm just trying it out. I'm not really looking for the same things that you guys are. You guys want to see, I guess, me? I don't know. But you let me know in the comments. Second thing is, my knee was bothering me a tiny bit in the warm-up. So I don't know, maybe now it's warmed up and it won't bother me. But definitely the angles on this machine are way, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a much wider range of angle on a hack squat than on a leg press. And since legs are my lacking muscle, this is the single most important set of the week for me, of my whole program, which is the first set of hack squats on leg day. So I have the 360 loaded up with the 2 purple belts on. Last week I got 12. I have to go for 13. I'll definitely be disappointed if I don't hit 13. I'm very green on this exercise, so I may actually give up because I'm not mentally tough enough to get through this, and I don't mean that in a joking way. The same way your muscle grows as you train, your mental fortitude also grows, and it's also undeveloped. This is an exercise I just haven't done much in my 21 years of training, and it's a key exercise for me, so I'm going to build it up as fast as I can. So, but the goal is 13. The rep range is 12 for 15, but I won't be raising the weight for a while until I can do 15 perfect with excellent negative. And that's what I'll be focusing on, the negative. All right, so without further ado, let's do this shit. Nice and slow, nice and slow. It's hard. 1, I want to drive with the heels. 2, 3, 4. It's getting easier now. I'm warmed up. 5, 6. Slow in the negative. 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Keep going. Oh my God. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. I'm extremely lightheaded and I can't move. Oh my God. Very, very, very happy with that. In fact, That was such a good set. That's going to be hard to follow next week. But I can't let that hold me back. Progress is not always linear. Progress is like this. So although it seems like you're taking steps back, that's just what going forward looks like. Whew. All right, let me catch my breath. We'll take a plate off and we'll go again. All right. Let's go for the second and final set. Down to 270. Ooh, that first set took a lot out of me, but I'm very happy with it. The top set is the most important set, but all the sets are important. This is probably the second most important exercise I'm going to be doing this week. This is my bread and butter here. All the way down, all the way up. Nice and slow on the way down. Ooh. I definitely, I'm hyperventilating a lot. I'm not used to the weight. I'm, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not. All right, I can't think right now. I just want to hit the set. Maybe I'll discuss it in the car if I remember later. So last week I did 270 for 12. Let's go hit 13. Nice and slow. 1. That does feel lighter. 2. 3. 4. Much later. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 3 more. 1. 2. Wow. I did it. Believe it or not, that set was easier than the first set. All right. Time to regroup and go again. Whew. All right. Time to hit some walking lunges. I'm actually still only doing body weight. I'm not adding any weight. I have to do 24 total with both feet, or 12. 12 if you count both feet for 1. Last week I got 20. So if I can hit 24, I can start adding weight. Let's do this shit. Control the negatives. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Ooh, I'm definitely weak from those. Hack squats. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 24. All right, final set. Try to go for 24 again. Ooh, probably not. 1. All right. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm burning out. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ugh. All right. Last leg exercise is going to be the laying hamstring curls. Last week I got 140 for 13. I'm definitely going to emphasize the negatives as much as possible. If that means reestablishing baselines, then so be it. Let's do this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whew. I can't get up. All right, beat it by 1 rep. All right. Second set. Last week, I did 110 for 12. So I'm going to stick with the 110 and see if I can go for 13. But my hamstrings are like on fire right now. So who knows? But remember, it's about quality, not quantity. Let's do this yet. 1 feels like 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's getting hard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 more. Ah. Whew. Oh my God, it burns. All right, final set. Last week I did 80 pounds for 15. And since I've been beating I beat the last 2 sets, each by 1 rep, I'm going to go up to 85 pounds. The goal will be, well, 12 to 15. Let's see what I got. 1. Control the negative. 2, 3, 4. This is so light. 5. But I'm like on fire. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God. 11, 12. One more. 13. One more. 14. One more. 15. Keep going. No, that's it. 15 it is. Oh my God. Let's go hit some calves, baby. All right, let's hit some seated calf raises. Already warmed up. Last week I got 140, which is this, for 13. So the goal will be 14. And of course, that will be excellent quality. Let's do this shit. Slow negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, not 13, but those were a really good 11. So let's reset the benchmark. All right, so I got 12 on the second set with 90. Let's see what happens. My calves are still burning, so quality over quantity, baby. 1, 2. I already know I'm not going to hit it, but that's okay. Quality. 3. I can cheat and speed up and hit it. 4, but I'd only be cheating myself. The judges don't care how many reps I get. They're just going to grade me on what I look like. 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, that burns. All right, 30 seconds. This should feel easy. It does. 1. Ooh. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Ooh. One more rep set coming up. Quality over quantity, baby. Let's do this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, I got one more rep. But I probably took an extra 10-second break. All right. Let's go find a place to pose down.
All right, that was a terrific workout. Probably my best leg workout that I can think of. Um, Man, did I? It was a longer workout. It took about 2 hours and 20 minutes to complete. But you know what? I'm taking my time. I'm doing a few more reps than I normally do. I'm really going slow on the reps, and that's gonna factor in for the total workout time. And that's fine. But still establishing benchmarks, getting stronger. I see the legs are getting bigger. My posing's getting better. I mean, it was a very positive day today. Uh, a very positive workout. Yeah, very, very, very happy with that. So the only thing that I really wanted to mention is that I did two different camera angles that I normally do. So for the adduction machine, when I'm bringing my legs together seated, I went from the camera angle from behind. So let me again know in the comments, do you prefer that or do you prefer the camera aimed at me? And the second thing was, what did you think about the camera angle for the walking lunges that I did? That's a tricky one to film because I take up a lot of space in the gym, and it is there's a lot of equipment in there, and there's not a lot of room to move, so I'm walking by a lot of people. So it is tricky to do. If you don't like the camera angle, I probably won't film that exercise. Again, I don't have to film all the exercises, so I'm in the air about it. But if you really want to see it, then I'll do it. Otherwise, I probably won't film that going forward. So let me know. Tomorrow's going to be a much needed rest day, and then I'll be back in the gym Friday for back, which I'm looking forward to. But until then, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, peace out.